Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be super simple. We're just doing a winged liner tutorial today. My main goal for this video is to show you guys how I do my eyeshadow liner, just because I feature that in a lot of my looks. So without further ado, we're just going to hop right into the video. Okay, so I am going to do this with eyeshadow. You can obviously do it with a liner, but I'm just going to be using eyeshadow just to kind of show you guys how to do this. So what you're gonna need is a setting spray. You will need a pencil liner brush. You could also use like a angled like brow brush looking one, but I find that these thin ones work way easier. And then you're gonna need a palette or a liner if you're using like a regular liquid liner or a gel liner. So just go ahead and pick out whatever it is that you're gonna use. Like I said, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do the eyeshadow liner today, so that is just what I'm going to be like using for this. Basically, we're just gonna hop right into this. So you're gonna take your little pencil brush. Now what I usually do is I actually spray some of this in the cap just in case that I need to go back in for more of the liquid, which you may need to. Basically, I just pour some in the cap like this, and then I just dip my brush in. Now I haven't used this brush before, I'm trying it out today, so I think it might be a little too thick. We're just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it anyways. Just know that I'm testing out a new brush. Now you want to go in with whatever eyeshadow that you're using if you're using this technique, or you can go in with your gel liner or your liquid liner. So I'm gonna go in with an eyeshadow. Obviously, I'm gonna go in with this one right here. This is the one that I've used before. You can see right there that it is a little wet. I would say that putting setting spray inside of your eyeshadows may possibly mess them up. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. I haven't had any issues with them, but it probably varies per brand. I really like using Anastasia eyeshadows for this because I find that they are a lot more pigmented than a lot of the other shadows that I have, so they work a lot better for this. What I'm doing is I'm just tapping this in. You want to try to coat the whole brush just to make sure that you're not going to have any empty spots. That is pretty much that. Now you've got it coated on your brush. Now we're going to start with our line. Everybody does a wing liner different. I am going to be showing you guys how I do it today myself. I'm going to try to be as in frame as possible here, but I know this is going to be a little difficult, so let me try to get a palette. So to start off, what I do is I actually draw the line on my lid first. A lot of people do the wing. I do the line on my lid first, and I'll tell you why in a second. Go ahead and draw a line across your top lid as close to your lash line as possible. So I did that. My line is up there, as you can see. Now what I like to do is dip this back in for the wing part, because you want to make sure that your brush is fully coated. That way you can kind of flick it out like you do a liquid liner or a gel liner. You just want to kind of have almost the same consistency. So I like it to be a little bit more wet, not too wet, but you do want it to be wet. I'd probably go in and dip again. And then what I do is I create my wing. To create my wing, usually what I do is I will drag from the bottom up. So that's going to be the lower part of like the wing portion. You'll see. Let me just go ahead and do it. So I drag, curl, that's about to be big wing. So I drug that up just like that. Again, this is the bottom portion. This is just how I do it. There's a ton of different ways you can do wings out there, but this is the easiest way for me. Then what you're gonna do is I'm going to connect this portion at the top down to the bottom. Now I don't go all the way to the tip because I like it to be sharp. So what I do is I go a little bit below it, and then I will pull it inwards. And it's very large. Very large. I don't know. So I am just gonna go ahead and say this is a dramatic wing. I think it's because I'm using this new brush that it made the wing very large. So let me go in with my regular brush that I use, and we'll use that on the other side, and you guys can kind of see the difference that it makes of using like a different size brush. This is the brush that I usually use. It's a lot smaller than this one right here. This one is a lot thicker, but that's okay. So I'm going to go in and just kind of touch up. I'm going to connect this, make this a little bit bigger, and then I'll come right back. So really what you could do if you did do something like this where I kind of messed up a little bit is you could go with concealer at the top. It's not bad, it's just very large, and I like it to be a little bit skinnier at the end rather than like super thick. That's why I like to pull it down. But we're going to go in with my regular brush that I use. I don't know that that other one is going to be the best for a liner like this, just because again I like to have it super thin. My camera cut off. I don't know where I was, but I'm basically about to just do this with the other brush. So that's a lot thinner already, you can tell, compared to like what the line was before. So again, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to get this wet one more time. We're going to dip it back in here, and then we're going to go in with the wing portion of it. That's more like it. I don't know what was going on with me on this side. That's way too long, but that is more like it. So now what I do is, like I said, I connect it like halfway down. Then you can go in, and I usually drag this into the corner slightly. Then you could just go back over it. I make sure that this connects evenly so it doesn't look crazy. Boom. Okay, so you can totally tell the difference. Obviously it depends on like the preference. If I was going with like a bolder look, then this liner would be a lot better. Obviously it just depends on personal preference. My liner usually looks more like this with like the little baby wing that's a little bit sharper. Either way, I think that you could have a lot of different options with this liner. I don't think either of them look bad. I just know that this one right here looks better on me personally for the look that I have going on and just for my style. That's just what I like better. But obviously you can do this however way, and if you're using something like a liquid liner, then it really doesn't matter what the brush is, but you could try the same technique. If this does not work out for you, then maybe start making your line at the bottom first and then go in and do the rest like on the lash line. But I like to start with the lash line first, just to make sure that I don't bring that wing part too far up or too far down. It just kind of already connects with it, and then I know like where to drag it out from. So that's the only reason that I do it that way. Obviously you could do this with any shade, and that's why I wanted to show this video, because you could do anything and make any color liner. So you could go into like this purple shade and you can make a purple liner. It would look really good either way. You can do it with any of your eyeshadows. Again, I would say that they need to be better quality eyeshadows just for this to work the best way. But other than that, that's basically like my eyeliner tutorial. That's pretty much what I do every day. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys like a quick little tutorial on how I do the liner. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, as always, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe before you leave, and I would just catch you guys in my next video. Bye!
Yeah.